Okay, so I'm just going to address how I heal with Zola and how I've established how to heal with her. So again, you're going to pay attention to that leash tension. So you're going to kind of put the slack in this hand, and then notice how the leash is dipping down towards her body and then coming up towards me. There's not a ton of space between us. There's just enough slack in my hand where it's kind of dipping down towards her and then coming up towards me. And then this is where I'm going to create my grip with my left hand. So this is where I'm not going to let go of this grip when we're healing together, meaning my hand isn't going to slide up and down the leash. I've established where I want to be with her when she's healing with me so that we're nice and parallel. If she gets too far in front of me, I'm going to give her that correction with the little bop. Because my hand is on that grip, she's automatically going to almost correct herself with the training collar because I'm not letting go of this position. I'm not allowing her to walk in front or behind. I'm leading her when we're healing. So one thing that I do when I heal with Zola is I'm going to stop often to get her to understand that when I stop, you stop, and when I go, you go. So this is something you can practice with her. So I have her on my left-hand side, Zola, heel, heel. Notice when she starts to step too far in front, I give her that bop, heel, because I want the leash to be slack between us and to have her in this parallel position with me, Zola, heel. So I'll practice little figure eights even on my walk, meaning I'm just doing a figure eight literally on the ground so that she's learning how to curve with me and where to be with me, and I'm creating that zone. Good girl, Zola. Zola, sit. Very good girl. When we stop and I have her sit, I give her praise so that she's learning this is what I want you to do. She's hearing my voice and my affirmations. Zola, heel, heel. Notice how when she's going to go in front of me, I give her that bop. Zola, heel. So she's starting to look to me for that movement. Good girl, Zola. So in the beginning, this is what it looked like. Zola, heel. Zola, sit. Good girl. Zola, heel. Zola, sit. Very good girl. Zola, heel. Zola, sit. Good girl. So if you're having troubles with Zola and she's not healing nicely with you, and she's not finding that nice zone with you or really understanding to be parallel with you, practice stopping and going. Stop and go. So she really starts to understand that when I move, she moves, not the other way around. So another great thing to do is, like I was saying, you put that leash slack in this hand and you're going to create that grip over here. But instead of grabbing it, take this slack, put it behind your back, and then the leash is going to tuck behind your legs. So what this looks like is my leg, so let's sit, my leg, stay. It's going to create that automatic bop for her. Notice how my left knee is going to correct her with the training collar. So this is a great way for Zola to also learn where to be with you. Because as I move, Zola, heel, my knee is going to create that bop for her. So she's learning where to be with me. Zola, sit. Good girl. Zola, heel. Very good. Zola. And I'll pucker at her. Zola, heel, heel. And when she gets out of line, I just grab that leash with my left hand and get her back into position. Good girl, Zola. Heel. So you can see how she does really well with this, and she doesn't want to get the correction from the training collar. So she's learning where to be in placement with me, which is parallel and on my left hand side. So again, practice that stop and go, and practice this really good manner of every time you stop, get her to sit and give her that high pitched praise so she's understanding, I love what you're doing. The biggest thing that I notice is that people stop talking to their dogs. Use her name, pucker at her, get her to have fun with healing. Be like, good girl, Zola. You're a good girl. You sit so nice. Get her to look up at you, but also remember to hold your shoulders high because that's what you do as a leader. You're leading her. You're not doing this and looking down at Zola and say, come on, Zola. Where are we going? Your shoulders are up. You're leading her, and she's going to feel that in the leash. She's going to feel your leadership. So sit. Very good. So this is kind of a long explanation of healing, but it's a very important thing to establish in your training.